Chapter 31 Xiao Wou-ki is angry. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 31, Xiao Wou-ki loses it, bang, Xiao Wou-ki went flying, crashing hard onto the ground. Ning Xiao was focusing the ground thorns on Xiao Wou-ki more than anyone else. Even with Xiao Wou-ki's powerful spirit energy, it still hurt like hell. At the same time, a strange energy washed over Xiao Wou-ki, and the gravity squeeze and enhancement he'd been using vanished. Yes. Gravity's back to normal, the agility-based fighters cheered. Meanwhile, over on the edge of the ground thorn field, Daimubai's face went white the second the thorns erupted. Shu, a ground thorn shot up right between Daimubai's legs. He barely had time to react. By the time the thorn was aimed at his third leg, he managed to throw up a spirit energy shield. Crack. The thorn slammed into the target and shattered, but Daimubai's face turned purple and twisted in agony. Even with Ning Xiao using distraction control to lessen the power at the edges, even with Daimubai's spirit energy defense, a shot like that, anywhere down there, would bring a man to his knees. The pain almost made him black out. It felt like his crotch was on fire, like charcoal broiled sausage. But somehow, the burning sensation kept him conscious. Critical hit. Burning damage. Lasts 1 minute. Oscar got lucky. For thorns sprouted around him, front, back, left, and right, but he was trapped in the middle and wasn't hit directly. Still, a thorn scraped across his back, drawing blood. He suffered double damage from the critical hit effect, and the pain was almost unbearable. I need a big sausage. Without hesitation, Oscar summoned a recovery sausage and wolfed it down. It helped a little. Tang San reacted fast, using Ghost Shadow perplexing track to dodge all the thorns. Xuanyu also used her palms, smashing several thorns to pieces. Xiao Wu was quick too, using a waist bow to kick the thorns away. She avoided injury, but the critical hit effect still left her dizzy. A second later, she was fuming, pointing at Ning Xiao with one hand on her hip. Ning Xiao. You better give that stupid bear what's coming to him. Get your skills together. You hit your little sister Wu. She was pissed. She was just watching the fight, and she got caught in the crossfire. Of course, she had no idea Ning Xiao had been aiming for her all along, and everyone else was just collateral damage. Xiao Wu, are you okay? Tang San asked, worried. Xiao Wu raised a fist. A little thing like that can't hurt me. I'm amazing. Relieved that she was fine, Tang San turned his attention elsewhere. He heard a terrible scream and saw Daimubai clutching his crotch, rolling around on the ground in agony. Daimubai. What's wrong? Tang San rushed over and checked him, but couldn't find any injuries. We're on the edge of the attack, so the power's weaker. Even ordinary spirit masters could handle this. With Daimubai's power, he shouldn't be hurt this badly. And I can't see any injuries. Why's he in so much pain? Tang San stared at Daimubai, clueless. Daimubai kept screaming. No one could understand the pain. Ning Xiao glanced at Daimubai, unimpressed. He didn't like the guy's cowardly fighting style. He deserved to suffer a little. Too bad I couldn't trigger a spirit ring drop. Ning Xiao thought, disappointed. The 10-year spirit ring and spirit bone were extremely valuable. Ning Xiao was greedy for them, but it seemed that cutting Xiao Wu didn't trigger anything special. He'd have to play with her without leaving a trace. Until his strength increased, Ning Xiao didn't want to make too many enemies. But the Xuantian treasure record. Did Tang San just give me a hint? Later. Deal with this fight first. Even without a spirit ring or bone, this was still a consolation prize. Zhu Zhuqing had also heard Daimubai's screams. For a second, she felt a pang of sympathy. But then she thought about Daimubai and his many women, and she just felt sick. He deserves it. She muttered the words under her breath, then turned away, refusing to look. Mubai. Xiao Wou-ki noticed Daimubai's pain and panicked. You guys are disgusting. You thought this was just a game? Don't blame me for getting rough. Xiao Wou-ki was furious. He was a staunch protector, and he couldn't stand seeing his student in so much pain right under his nose. 7th Spirit Skill, Martial Spirit Avatar. Xiao Wou-ki roared, his 7th spirit ring flashing. His body grew enormous, transforming into a mighty Vajra bear. The avatar instantly cancelled out all the negative effects he'd been suffering, and boosted his strength through the roof. Little brat. I only wanted to teach you a lesson. But you're too stubborn. Time to end this. 4th Spirit Skill, Location Tracking. 6th Spirit Skill, Vigorous Vajra Roar. Xiao Wou-ki's spirit rings kept flashing, and the immense pressure made everyone in the Liuli team pale with fear. Fall back, fast, Ning Xiao shouted, but the others didn't need reminding. They retreated in a hurry, but Ning Xiao was locked on by Xiao Wou-ki's skill. He couldn't escape. Roar, star. The bear's roar was deafening. In his martial spirit avatar state, the 6th spirit skill was even more powerful. The roar wasn't a physical attack, but the force of the energy was so intense that the surrounding buildings started to crack and crumble from the vibrations. Fang Suosu Haikwa and the others used their spirit power to defend themselves, but the gap between them and a spirit sage was too wide. Even if they weren't the main targets, they still suffered serious internal injuries. Zhu Zhuqing had the lowest spirit power. The roar knocked her unconscious, and Ning Rongrong, Yi Lingling, and Ning Hao, the 3 support types, also suffered a lot of pressure and coughed up blood. Crap. Duguyen, who was closest to the 3 supports, quickly moved in front of them, using her spirit power to create a shield. But she was a control type, not a defender. Protecting the 3 supports meant taking the full brunt of the attack, and Duguyen suffered serious injuries. Ning Xiao's physical strength was the highest, but he was Xiao Wou-ki's main target, locked on by the spirit skill. He was under the greatest pressure of all 3 of Ning Xiao's spirit rings activated at once, spirit power surging through his body. But he still felt like he was being crushed, his head about to explode. A spirit sage's power is more than I can handle right now. This vigorous Vajra roar is an area of effect attack. Even if I can hold on, Rongrong can't. Ning Xiao glanced behind him, his brow furrowed. A purple light began to emanate from his back, and a pair of ethereal purple wings unfolded. The cloud bat wings, attached as a spirit bone, eased the pressure a little. But Ning Xiao didn't rely solely on it to withstand the attack. With a thought, he detached the wings from his body. They fused together to form a shield as tall as a person. Cloud bat shield. Go. Ning Xiao shouted in his mind. The cloud bat wings transformed into a shield and flew backward, landing in front of Ning Rongrong. Chapter 32 Leave. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 32, Departure. The purple shield shimmered in front of Ning Rongrong, intercepting a barrage of energy blasts. She stood safe and sound behind it, untouched by the fierce onslaught. Deeply moved, Ning Rongrong realized that in that critical moment, Ning Xiao had prioritized her safety. What is that? The defense is incredible. Is it some kind of soul skill? Xiao Wou-ki asked, puzzled as he stared at the cloud bat shield. Seeing the Liuli team battered and bruised, Xiao Wou-ki's anger finally subsided. He withdrew from his martial soul avatar, his powerful aura diminishing. Coughing, Fang Soa and the others looked pale and drained. They supported each other, casting wary glances at Zhao Wuji. Duguyen nearly collapsed, but Yi Lingling steadied her. Blood trickled from the corner of her mouth, making her look fragile. Ning Xiao spat out a mouthful of blood. He had borne the brunt of the attack. He would have been fine with the cloud bat shield, but he had used it to protect Ning Rongrong. 4 years ago, Ning Xiao had acquired the cloud bat wing as an external spirit bone. These types of spirit bones are extremely rare, and evolve over time, gaining new and powerful abilities. After 4 years, Ning Xiao had become adept at using the cloud bat shield. This second form of the cloud bat wing boasts incredible defensive power, capable of blocking both physical and energy attacks. As Ning Xiao's strength grew, the shield's defensive capabilities would only increase. Zhao Wuji ceased his attack as the cloud bat shield dissolved into streaks of purple energy, returning to Ning Xiao's body. Ning Rongrong rushed to support Ning Xiao, now seeing clearly how injured he was. 9 Heart Begonia, heal. Although wounded, Yi Lingling was still able to activate her healing soul skill, and the team began to recover. Zhu Zhuqing regained consciousness, but looked weak and needed Lu Qiqi's support. Brother Ning Xiao, are you okay? Ning Rongrong asked anxiously, her voice filled with worry. Don't worry, I'm fine. Have you forgotten my torso soul skill? Ning Xiao whispered, wiping blood from his mouth. Ning Rongrong's eyes widened. Oh, right. You still have that. She quickly covered her mouth, cutting herself off. They were not alone, and she didn't want to reveal that Ning Xiao possessed a soul bone. Soul bones were incredibly valuable. Exposing that secret could make them a target for anyone willing to kill to obtain it. Ning Xiao's torso spirit bone came from a 5,000-year-old earth bear. He had quietly followed Douluo and ambushed the soul beast, getting the soul bone on his first try. It granted Ning Xiao a powerful soul skill, Force of Earth. He could absorb the Earth's energy to instantly restore himself to peak condition. As long as it wasn't a missing limb, he could fully recover. He could only use the Force of Earth once a day. Xiao Wuji, no longer in his spirit avatar state, looked disheveled. While the spirit avatar had helped him resist the poison, it hadn't healed his injuries. His nose was bruised, his face was swollen, and a large footprint marked his stomach. He shot an angry glare at Ning Xiao. It was humiliating to be pushed this far by a bunch of kids. You little brats are something else. You should be proud you made me go this far. Zhao Wuji waved his hand dismissively. I went back on my word and used my 6th and 7th soul skills. I won't make things difficult for you. Just go. With 2 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda soul masters on the opposing side, Zhao Wuji couldn't truly win. This outcome wasn't too bad. Your guidance is greatly appreciated, Feudo Ming King. I will remember it and seek your advice again in the future. Let's go. Ning Xiao said coolly, waving his hand as he led the Liuli team away, supported by Lu Qiqi. Zhu Zhuqing followed behind Ning Xiao. She glanced at Dai Mubai before resolutely entering the carriage. The 1-minute burn effect had worn off. Dai Mubai struggled to his feet, covered in dirt and looking utterly pathetic. The little sausage might no longer be physically stinging him, but it had left a deep psychological scar. He would likely remember that unforgettable pain whenever he tried to be intimate in the future, crippling his ability to perform. Dai Mubai watched Zhu Zhuqing enter the carriage, opening his mouth as if to call out to her, but he couldn't bring himself to speak. He could feel her deep disappointment and disgust towards his past behavior. He didn't deserve for her to stay. Zhuqing, wait for me. I will change. I will become stronger, and one day, I will win you back. Dai Mubai vowed to himself. What happened today had ignited his competitive spirit. Oscar's gaze also followed the departing carriage. He had been instantly smitten with Ning Rongrong. However, seeing the closeness between Ning Rongrong and Ning Xiao, he knew he stood no chance. The carriage disappeared into the distance, leaving behind the chaos at the gates of Shrek Academy. Mubai, Oscar, clean up this mess. Then find Teacher Li and get back to enrolling students. Zhao Wuji ordered before heading back into the academy. Dai Mubai and Oscar hurried to tidy up, assisted by Tang San and Xiao Wu. The registration process quickly resumed. I want to join Shrek Academy. Oh my god. That soul sage from Shrek Academy is so powerful. I want to learn from him. Zhao Wou-ki's spirit avatar battle had inadvertently boosted Shrek Academy's reputation. Even some nearby children who had sensed the terrifying aura came to sign up. Tang San and Xiao Wu automatically passed the first 3 levels and arrived at the 4th, the actual combat assessment. Zhao Wou-ki looked at them with surprise. He had noticed them earlier at the gates. 12 years old and both at level 29, they were truly rare geniuses. I declare that I will personally oversee your 4th test. Zhao Wou-ki announced, visibly excited. Tang San and Xiao Wu's faces fell. They had witnessed the vigorous King Kong bear's power firsthand. A group of level 29 and 30 soul masters had been unable to defeat him, so how could two level 29s possibly stand a chance? Ignoring their objections, Xiao Wou-ki declared that since Flender was away, he was in charge and could do whatever he wanted. Hey ha! Xiao Wou-ki unleashed his power, leaving Tang San and Xiao Wu bruised and battered. Ha! Ning Xiao's little bastards are too tricky. I can easily handle these two brats. Ha ha ha. Beating people is so satisfying. Xiao Wou-ki thought to himself. Unfortunately for him, the good times didn't last long. When Tang San saw the injured Xiao Wu, he insisted on challenging Xiao Wou-ki again. He unleashed a barrage of hidden weapons, and Xiao Wuji was beaten again. Although Tang San ultimately fainted, Xiao Wuji was left feeling deeply frustrated. He had wanted to test his strength, but he had ended up being beaten twice by kids. Unbeknownst to Xiao Wuji, a slovenly man in a tattered leather coat had been watching the entire process. End of this chapter. Chapter 33. The world is so beautiful, only Xiao Wou-ki has been getting beaten. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As night fell, darkness enveloped the village, and lights flickered on in the houses. Perched on a nearby hill, an old man in green armor gazed at the settlement below. To think I'd find a 10-year soul beast out here. My soul ring's already full, a 10-year ring wouldn't do me any good. But taking down a 10-year beast is bound to yield a soul bone, now that's something I need. The old man muttered, his withered face unable to hide his greed. In this backwater academy, he'd be the top dog, a soul saint, more powerful than anyone they had. Who could stop him? Just as he was about to swoop down and claim his prize, a voice from behind startled him. Finding a tidal Douluo in a place like this is unexpected. You'd best leave that rabbit alone. The voice, though soft, sent shivers down the old man's spine. Turning, he found a disheveled middle-aged man standing behind him. Who are you? The old man asked, his face tense and alert. The man casually produced a sledgehammer. Soul rings began to appear, one after another. Yellow, yellow, purple, purple, black, 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 red. That outermost red ring was a dead giveaway. The green-armored old man froze. It's Xuantian Douluo. If that 10-year soul beast belongs to you, I wouldn't dream of taking it. The old man's expression was grave. That kind of martial soul, plus that soul ring configuration. He knew exactly who he was dealing with. Even without a fight, Tang Hao's aura was as formidable as Sword Douluo Qinshin from the Seven Treasures glazed tile school. Tang Hao chuckled, retracting his soul ring and letting the silence imply agreement. That girl with the jade phosphorus snake martial spirit from earlier, she connected to you somehow, right? You beat up one of mine, so I get to return the favor. How about we settle this now? Tang Hao said, his voice chilling. Meanwhile, back at Shrek Academy, lights burned late. Xiao Wou-ki nursed his wounds, slathering on liniment. Bunch of little wildcats. How can these brats be so tough? Now that kid Tang San's enrolled, we need to give him some real combat experience. Xiao Wou-ki grumbled as he rubbed the ointment into his bruises. One team of kids after another, all day of getting his tail kicked, was embarrassing him on repeat. Xiao Wou-ki, get out here, that the voice boomed in Xiao Wou-ki's ears, making him seethe. He'd made plenty of enemies in his time, and it looked like one of them had finally tracked him down. Alright, let's see who's got a death wish, stirring up trouble. Perfect timing to take out my frustrations. Furious, Xiao Wou-ki leaped out the window and followed the voice to a forest outside the academy. A shaggy man stood waiting for him. Xiao Wou-ki sized him up with disdain. He'd been mellowing out for too long. Everyone forgot that he was Feudal Ming King, and now any Tom, Dick, or Harry thought they could take him on. But when Tang Hao revealed his soul rings, Xiao Wou-ki's jaw dropped. Flender rushed to the scene. But there was no stopping the beatdown that was coming, against someone like Tang Hao. Resistance was futile. Xiao Wou-ki took the beating, then gratefully sent Tang Hao on his way. Flender, you rat. You just stood there while Xuantian beat me to a pulp. Xiao Wu whined. What could I do? You know how that guy is. Even if I stepped in, would it have stopped him? Better you take it alone than both of us, right? Flender laughed. Damn it, good thing Xuantian wasn't trying to kill me, Xiao Wu muttered, as the two were heading back to the academy. Another figure blocked their path, an old man, face lined and dry, looked like he was pushing 80. The green armor marked him as a soul master. Douluo watched them approach, knowing Xiao Wu had just taken a beating from Tang Hao, and felt pity for the man. But Tang San got roughed up, and nobody said anything. His precious granddaughter had been bullied, and as her grandfather, he had to step in. Xuantian Douluo is right. If you beat the younger generation, we old-timers have to step in. But since you've already been through enough with Xuantian Douluo, this old man's just here to stand up for the next generation. Stand still and take it. Douluo said coldly. Xiao Wu recognized the pattern now, another parent coming to avenge a kid he'd hurt. With all the action today, he couldn't even remember who he'd offended. Still, this old geezer looked harmless. Roar! With a mighty bellow, Xiao Wu activated his martial soul. 3 beatings in one day. Enough was enough. You're long in the tooth, old man. If you're not going to stay home, you dare to come out here trying to be a tough guy. Do you really think I'm just a chump to be bullied? 7 soul rings blazed around Xiao Wu, filling him with energy. He took a beating from those kids because he was holding back. He took a beating from Tang Hao because there was no choice but this old guy. Xiao Wu was spoiling for a fight. Time to remind the world that the legendary feudal Myo King was still a force to be reckoned with. Show me what you got, old man. Xiao Wu yelled, clenching his fists. Douluo blinked. Was this soul saint actually threatening him? Well, he did look pretty tough, so why not stretch his bones a bit? Summoning his martial soul, a massive emerald phosphorus snake emperor appeared at Douluo's feet, 9 soul rings flickering. Clang! Xiao Wu face planted. Oh, come on. Another title Douluo. Xiao Wu despaired. He was about to cry. There were only a handful of title Douluos on the entire continent, and he'd managed to stumble across 2 of them in a single day. Even worse, they'd both come to beat him up. Recognizing Douluo's martial soul, Xiao Wu realized this was the cranky old snake from earlier, whose granddaughter was the jade phosphorus snake girl. Fine. I can't win anyway. Just get it over with. Xiao Wu sighed, resigning himself to his fate. Douluo was not one to show mercy. Wham. Bang. Pow! Starred at once again. Xiao Wu suffered a brutal beating. After Douluo finally left, Xiao Wu lay sprawled on the ground. Flender, were you watching from the sidelines again? Xiao Wu roared, once he recovered enough to speak. That's a title Douluo, what do you expect me to do? Flender countered. I can't even complain. I get punched around and left to rot. Xiao Wu, what did you do today, to have title Douluos lining up to pummel you? I just gave some pointers to a few kids. Can't you ever change? Flender helped Xiao Wu up. Seeing his injuries, his tone softened. Think anyone else is coming? I have no idea, Xiao Wu replied bitterly. Leaving the forest, Douluo gazed back at Shrek Academy. That 10-year soul beast was a prize he coveted, but it belonged to Xuantian Douluo, and he wasn't about to tangle with that guy. Xuantian Douluo would take on the Pope himself, and Douluo knew better than to cross him. Oh, well, some things aren't meant to be. Still, a 10-year soul beast and Xuantian Douluo turning up here. This is a big deal. I need to report this back to the sect. I'm just a washed-up old man. It's up to the others to decide what to do. And I'll make sure Rongrong's injuries get back to Sect Master Ning. Douluo muttered to himself, then vanished into the shadows. End of this chapter. Chapter 34, Xuantian Treasure Record. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 34, Xuantian treasure record. Ning Xiao and the others were staying at a hotel in Soto City. Fang Suo and the others were wiped out from their efforts, and went to get some rest. Ning Xiao used his torso spirit bone skills to get his body back in top shape. Ning Xiao waited until Ning Rongrong was back in her room before contacting the system. System, bring out the Xuantian treasure record. Ning Xiao hadn't forgotten the drop from beating Tang San. Host, the Xuantian treasure record will be downloaded directly into your mind. It'll be a little painful and last about a minute. Want to proceed? Let's do it. As soon as he gave the order, Ning Xiao felt a tingling pain in his head, and then all sorts of strange knowledge flooded his mind. Hiss. Ning Xiao frowned. The needle-like stabs were brutal, but he powered through. A minute later, things calmed down, and Ning Xiao had mastered the Xuantian treasure record. The Xuantian treasure record was the Tang sect secret manual, containing 6 martial arts, the Xuantian Gong inner strength technique, the Xuanyu hand training method, the Ziji magic pupil eye technique, the crane control capturing dragon hand technique, the ghost shadow footwork, and the secrets of hidden weapons. Ning Xiao studied them one by one, and his satisfaction grew. Good stuff. Leave it to Tang San to hook me up with this gold. Xuantian Gong. I've been practicing the 7 treasures glazed tile school's basic cultivation techniques for years. This Xuantian Gong is an authentic Taoist technique. I can definitely modify it. No sooner said than done. Ning Xiao got into the proper stance and began to practice Xuantian Gong. The next morning, a sliver of sunlight fell across Ning Xiao's forehead. He opened his eyes and looked at the rising sun. Practiced all night, and this Xuantian Gong is really something else. Converting soul power into Xuantian inner energy makes it even deeper and more powerful. Awesome. Xuantian Gong is complicated. An ordinary person might not even be able to get started in 3 to 5 years. Luckily, the system allows me to grasp the essence directly, so I can complete the transformation overnight. Crane control capturing dragon and ghost shadow footwork. Let's give them a shot. A few hours later, Ning Xiao had grasped those martial arts as well. Mastering them, though, would take a lot of practice. System, run my stats. Host, Ning Xiao. Original weapon, Chaos Sword. Level, 36. Cultivation method, Xuantian Gong. Spirit rings, first spirit ring, 3,503 years, second spirit ring, 9,999 years, third spirit ring, 23,458 years. Soul skills, first soul skill, Phantom Tribulation, second soul skill, Frightening Half-Moon Tribulation, third soul skill, Explosive Killing Earth-Breaking Tribulation. Soul Bones, External Soul Bone, Cloud Bat Wing, Torso Soul Bone, Earth Grey Bear Soul Bone. Soul Bone Skill, Torso Soul Bone, Power of the Earth. Special Skills, Crane Control Capturing Dragon, Ghost Shadow Footwork, Mysterious Jade Hands, Purple Magic Pupils, Hidden Weapons Mastery. World Opened, Douluo Continent. Explanation, every attack with your natal weapon has a guaranteed critical hit. High probability of causing massive damage, continuous damage, and fear effects. Small chance of a critical hit and an extra drop. Yep, the system interface has changed. Cool, there's a special skills section now, and the Ziji magic eye counts as one. I've hit level 36, too. Gained a level overnight. That must be from converting the techniques. Wait, it seems like the energy left in my body by the 2 immortal herbs, Li Hua Xingjiashu and Star Anise Sun Binko, that I couldn't refine before, has been completely absorbed by me. My physical strength is way better. Ning Xiao was hyped. All this from cutting Tang San. Brother Ning Xiao, are you awake? Everyone's waiting for you. Just then, a voice came from outside. Ning Xiao straightened up and opened the door. Ning Rongrong, in a white dress, stood like a gorgeous scene. Magpies were singing outside my window all morning. I knew it was little fairy Rongrong coming to see me. Ning Xiao grinned, and his sweet voice rang in Ning Rongrong's ear. Brother Ning Xiao, you're teasing me. Ning Rongrong's cheeks flushed pink. Hearing her beloved's praise warmed her heart. Seeing Ning Rongrong's shy look, Ning Xiao patted her head. Heh. Ning Rongrong lowered her head, embarrassed. When she came back to earth, Ning Xiao was already walking away, and she skipped to catch up. In the lounge, everyone was eating breakfast. Zhu Zhuqing ate the fish with class and didn't talk with people. Squeak. The door opened, and everyone looked over. A man and a woman walked in. Morning, everyone. Ning Xiao greeted with a smile. Xiao, you're here. Come grab some breakfast. Today's stuff is good. Zhao Yi waved and motioned, eating the bun. Ning Xiao walked up and sat in the seat they had saved for him, and Ning Rongrong naturally sat next to him. Breakfast was pretty great. Training as a soul master is draining, so a lot of energy can be refilled through food. And the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile School never cheaped out on food. Xiao, what's the plan for today? Su Haikua asked after finishing breakfast. Ning Xiao was the leader of the Liuli team, so he was in charge of all the training outside the team. Everyone's been working hard lately. Today's a free day. Go have fun on your own. In a few days, I'm thinking we'll go to the Star Do Forest for a while. Have fun. Yes. Everyone cheered at Ning Xiao's news, and Fang Suo and the others left. Brother Ning Xiao, where are you going? Ning Rongrong wanted to go out, too, but stayed with Ning Xiao. She looked to Zhu Zhuqing, at her side. Zhuqing, aren't you going out with Sister Chi-Chi and the others? I want to get stronger. Zhu Zhuqing said in a small voice, in a tone that had tons of confidence. Zhuqing, practice has to be mixed with rest. Too much of one and it won't work. You've been too tense lately. I don't need to know what happened on your journey. It's private. But you're beat. You should chill today so you're ready to start training later. Ning Xiao said. Ning Rongrong ran over to Zhu Zhuqing and grabbed her hand. Zhuqing, Ning Xiao's right. Let's go out together and chill. You don't need to rush to start training. Since you joined the Liuli team, Ning Xiao will set up the best plan for you. Ning Xiao's training is hard, so use today to chill. Ning Rongrong grinned. She was jealous of being alone with Ning Xiao. But she's also a team member. Zhu Zhuqing looked at Ning Rongrong, spaced out. She seemed calm around Ning Rongrong, and was a bit less tense. Okay. Zhu Zhuqing nodded. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 35. Out on the street, Ning Rongrong was practically bouncing with laughter. Shopping seemed to be wired into her DNA. If she saw something she liked, boom, she bought it. Even Zhu Zhuqing, usually so reserved, got caught up in the shopping frenzy. Being around Ning Rongrong, Zhu Zhuqing seemed almost infected. She insisted on hitting every store in Suatua City. By the time Ning Rongrong had finally shopped till she dropped, it was late afternoon, and Ning Xiao was beat. Bro, piggyback ride. She had all the energy in the world while browsing, but now that it was time to head back, Ning Rongrong suddenly turned into a puddle of exhaustion. Ning Xiao rubbed his forehead, rolling his eyes good-naturedly, then squatted down. She's my sister. I can spoil her if I want to. Ning Rongrong gleefully hopped onto Ning Xiao's back, snuggling close, so soft. Zhu Zhuqing just gave them a look and trailed behind. Back at the hotel, Dugu Yan and the crew were still out, so they had the place to themselves. After a quick rest, the weariness faded. Ning Xiao, Zhu Zhuqing was calling him. Hey, Zhuqing, Ning Xiao said with a smile. So, about the Liuli Academy thing. When are you planning on heading over? And what's this I hear about you wanting to hit up the Star Do Forest? Zhu Zhuqing asked, clearly puzzled. She wasn't getting his strategy at all. She was joining the Liuli Academy, so shouldn't he want her to get settled in there first? He was being kinda flaky with the whole arrangement. No rush with the academy. And as for the Star Dough Forest, that's to help you snag your third soul ring, of course. My third spirit ring? But I'm only level 27, Zhu Zhuqing said, her eyes wide. Trust me on this. Ning Xiao gave a mysterious grin. Zhu Zhuqing, though confused, followed Ning Xiao to another room. Ning Xiao pulled out the wishful 100 treasure bag and withdrew a delicate white flower, the air filled with its sweet fragrance, and Zhu Zhuqing visibly perked up. Inhaling the scent, she felt her soul power buzzing. What is this thing? It's incredible. I suddenly have this crazy urge to just devour it. A strong craving grew in Zhu Zhuqing's chest, as if an unfamiliar energy was beckoning her. It's called Narcissus Jade Muscle Bone. It's a fairy herb that nourishes your muscles and bones, and clears your meridians. Given that your martial soul is the ghost civet, and I've done my homework, this is perfect for a speed-type soul master like you. Taking this will definitely boost you to level 30, no question. And don't sweat it, there won't be any nasty side effects. Ning Xiao explained, handing the Narcissus Jade Muscle Bone to Zhu Zhuqing. Ning Xiao, this is way too much. Zhu Zhuqing hesitated, refusing. She wasn't worried that Ning Xiao was trying to trick her. Even though they'd only met a couple of days prior, Zhu Zhuqing could tell he was a stand-up guy, but still, giving away something this valuable after just meeting. Zhu Zhuqing felt like she hadn't earned it, a miracle herb that could instantly catapult someone 3 levels higher with no drawbacks. That would fetch millions of gold soul coins at auction. Why would he just give it to her? Zhuqing, take it. I promised I'd help you take control of your destiny. This herb is the key. If you absorb it, you'll become stronger. Destiny? Zhu Zhuqing stared, blank. Her family's fate was like a weight crushing her. Zhu Zhuqing had spent years striving to become stronger, and now, this opportunity was right in front of her. How could she resist? Zhu Zhuqing carefully accepted the Narcissus Jade Muscle Bone, a deep gratitude shining in her eyes, though she couldn't find the words to express it. When you take it, only eat the petals, and suck on the stamens at the end. And as you absorb it, focus all your soul power on drawing out the herb's energy. Do it now, and I'll watch over you. Ning Xiao advised her on how to use it. Zhu Zhuqing took the Narcissus Jade Muscle Bone, went to sit down, and followed Ning Xiao's instructions. Absorb, refine. A radiant light emanated from Zhu Zhuqing's body. Ning Xiao sat on the sofa nearby, watching her. He noticed, really noticed, how beautiful she was. He chuckled softly, without any ulterior motive. After a solid 5 hours of refining, Zhu Zhuqing finally finished absorbing the herb, opening her eyes. A look of utter astonishment and disbelief spread across her normally cool face. I think I just broke through to level 30. No need to second-guess yourself. You're spot on. You're level 30. Now all you need is that third soul ring, and you'll officially be a soul master. Ning Xiao's calm voice cut through her daze. In just one day, she'd jumped from level 27 to level 30. Could you even believe it? Ning Xiao, thank you. Zhu Zhuqing felt an overwhelming wave of gratitude wash over her. Such a precious gift, something that could benefit anyone, and Ning Xiao had given it to her. Ning Xiao grinned. We're friends. Let's get some sleep. We'll head out to the Star Dough Forest in a couple of days to get you that soul ring. With that, Ning Xiao left the room. Zhu Zhuqing stood there, stunned, watching him disappear. Friends? She whispered. The ruthless power of struggles of her family, the constant scheming of her sister. Zhu Zhuqing had never really known friendship, or even family affection. She'd always been alone. Now, someone was treating her this well, and Zhu Zhuqing wasn't sure how to handle it. Friend, the word echoed in her mind, deeply stirring something within her. Yeah, we're friends. A small smile, rare and beautiful, bloomed on Zhu Zhuqing's face. Too bad no one was around to see it. The next day, everyone was busy gathering supplies. Finding the right soul ring wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and they had no idea how long they'd be stuck out there. they needed plenty of food and water. Since they didn't have a food-type soul master in their group, they had to rely on external supplies. Thankfully, everyone had a storage soul device, making it easy to haul everything. After picking up all the essentials, it wasn't until the third day that they finally set off. 2 carriages, one for the guys and one for the girls, rolled down the road, one behind the other. The Star Do Great Forest was hundreds of miles from Xuantian City, but at a carriage's pace, they could reach it in half a day. The grooms skillfully guided the horses, keeping a brisk pace. "Get a move on, you lazy bums. Try to make it to town tonight, or you'll be sleeping out in the wilderness," a voice shouted from ahead. Ning Xiao curiously glanced out the window. He spotted a group of people hustling along the side of the road. There were 6 in total, a burly middle-aged man in the lead, followed by 4 younger men and 1 woman. "Hey, it's Tang San and his crew. And that kinda chubby, greasy-looking guy I've never seen before must be Ma Hongjun. What are they doing out here?" Ning Xiao recognized the group. "Wait a minute. I remember now. Oscar must have hit the Soul Lord rank, so they're heading to the forest to help him get a spirit ring. Which means, the Titan Great Ape's probably gonna pop up somewhere in the outer area of the Star Do Forest. Should I secretly go try and take it down?" Ning Xiao pondered, a flicker of excitement in his eyes. A 10,000-year soul beast. The loot would be insane. Chopping down Xiao Wu got him bupkis, so maybe this Titan Great Ape could make up for that. He quickly snapped out of it. A level 36 soul master going up against the Titan Great Ape. Was he out of his mind? If it was just me, I'd totally go for it. Even if I couldn't win, I could always bail with the cloud bat wings. But I've got Rongrong and the others to think about now. Can't put them at risk. So, I guess the plan is to steer clear of Tang San and his buddies, and we should be safe enough. Ning Xiao thought to himself. The carriage quickly passed Tang San's group. Xiao Wu caught a glimpse of Ning Xiao through the window and froze. "We're all students, so why are we hoofing it while Liuli Academy's riding around in style? They call this training? Seems more like they're trying to save a few bucks." Xiao Wu was visibly annoyed. 500 kilometers, gotta run it in one day. They'd run themselves into the ground. End of this chapter. Chapter 36. I am the control department. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Edited content. The system notification popped up. The host's Chaos God knife triggered a critical hit, resulting in bonus loot, a 1197-year soul ring. The Star Do Great Forest was treacherous. They had ventured into the territory of 1,000-year soul beasts. The theoretical limit for a third soul ring was around 1,700 years, so Zhu Zhuqing's target was in that ballpark. Ning Xiao slashed at a giant scorpion, the force so great it sent the creature scurrying away in terror. "Hold up, don't chase it. That's a 1,200-year-old blood-drinking poisonous scorpion. Nasty poison, but not aggressive. Not the right fit for Zhu Qing. Let's keep looking." Ning Xiao called out. He was reluctant to needlessly kill soul beasts. They grew so slowly, taking centuries, even millennia, to mature. If soul masters went on a rampage, the entire population could be wiped out in a few hundred years, and then no one would have soul rings to absorb. "Boss Xiao, you're amazing. You can ID their age just by looking. It's a breeze hunting soul rings with you," Su Haikwa said, clearly impressed. Figuring out a soul beast's type and age was usually a complex process. "Heh, try cracking open a book sometime," Ning Xiao replied, grinning. Su Haikwa's face fell. He chuckled awkwardly and scratched his head. "Nah, books aren't my thing. Give me a headache. With you calling the shots, I don't have to think. Just smash stuff. Alright, let's keep moving. We need to find Zhu Qing something good quick. And try not to kill any weak ones we stumble across." "Got it, Boss Xiao." They pressed on. Fang Sua and Su Haikwa took point, with Du Guyan and Zhao Yi guarding the rear. LV Chichi and Zhu Qing used their speed to scout from the treetops. Rongrong and Lingling, you two stay close to me. I'll keep you safe, alright? Ning Xiao instructed his support team. Okay. No one questioned Ning Xiao's strategy, boom, 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 after several hours, a series of booming sounds and tremors echoed through the forest ahead. Zhu Qing, get up in the trees and see what's going on, Ning Xiao shouted. Zhu Qing nodded, activated her spirit, and nimbly climbed a tall tree. When it came to scaling walls and trees, her nether cat spirit was unmatched, better even than Zhao Ye's chasing wind leopard. Fight up ahead, Zhu Qing reported back immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 soul rings. It's a soul emperor, 6 rings, and a great soul master, 2 rings. They're fighting a giant snake. She couldn't see much from so far away. Probably someone else hunting a soul beast. Let's avoid them, Ning Xiao said. The spirit beast forest was dangerous enough without other soul masters getting involved. People were unpredictable, and soul rings and bones were often stolen. Ning Xiao wasn't eager to deal with the unknown. Adding another soul emperor to the group would improve their strength, but it would also create potential problems. They moved on. Suddenly, a rustling sound broke the silence. Lu Qiqi spotted something ahead and reported, big flying snake. It's moving fast, flying about 10 feet above the ground. Got a big red comb on its head and a fan-shaped tail. Looks weird. Hey, Ning Xiao, can you tell what kind of snake it is? That's a coxcomb snake, Du Guyen said, identifying the snake before Ning Xiao could speak. Coxcomb snakes aren't poisonous. They attack by constricting. But they're super fast, and that comb is full of energy. They can release it for a speed boost when they're in danger. A soul ring from one would be perfect for a speed-type soul master. Massive speed boost, and a skill to help you get out of trouble. Qiqi, what color are its wings, and how long? Du Guyen explained. She might not know every soul beast, but she was an expert when it came to snakes. Light red, maybe 20 to 25 feet long, Lu Qiqi replied. Du Guyen paused, thinking. That's a soul beast between 1300 and 1800 years old. Zhu Qing, that's your match. Zhu Qing's normally emotionless face cracked a faint smile. Coxcomb snake, huh? Ning Xiao muttered. If I remember right, that was Oscar's 3rd soul ring, wasn't it? So, the 6-ringed soul emperor and the 2-ringed great soul master Qiqi saw were Shi Pe and Meng Ran. Figures they can't even catch a 1,000-year-old soul beast. No sweat off my back. Huh, the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake gave Oscar flight. I wonder if Zhu Qing will become a flying cat if she gets that soul ring. Though, her 3rd soul skill, the nether slash, will be gone. Oscar, consider this snake denied. Ning Xiao chuckled at the thought. Qiqi, keep your eye on it. Let's go. Zhu Qing's getting that 3rd soul ring. Ning Xiao yelled. It turned around and ran off, Lu Qiqi reported. It's not getting away, Ning Xiao said confidently. Rongrong, mouse. Ning Xiao called out to his support, who instantly understood. 9 treasures out, glazed. 7 treasures out, glazed. 9 treasures famous, speed. 7 treasures famous, speed. They chanted their incantations simultaneously. A 9 treasures glazed tile pagoda and a 7 treasures glazed tile pagoda appeared, and within seconds, everyone was buffed to the max. Speed increased by 40%, whoosh, Lu Qiqi took the lead, followed by Zhu Qing and the 2 support characters, all going full throttle. Fang Sua and Su Haikua, in the lead, immediately gave chase. Ning Xiao put his arm around Ning Rongrong's waist and activated the Ghost Shadow Fan Trace, closing the gap between himself and the 2 faster characters. Chasing Wind Leopard, Possession. Xiao Yi turned into a white blur, keeping up with Ning Hao at an unbelievable pace. These guys are boring. Lingling, let's go. Du Guyen complained, then led Yi Lingling into the chase. Unfortunately, speed wasn't her strong suit. Ning Rongrong held the 9 treasures glazed pagoda tightly, pressed against Ning Xiao's chest. Looking at Ning Xiao's clear and handsome face, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace. Brother Ning Xiao's chest is so warm, so comfortable, and so safe. I wish I could stay here forever. Ning Rongrong's cheeks flushed, her heart pounded, and she started to drift away into her own thoughts. Ning Xiao didn't notice Ning Rongrong's distraction, focused on maintaining his speed. He was ridiculously strong, and his unbuffed speed was impressive already, but with the ghost shadow fan trace, he was flying. They quickly caught up with Lu Qiqi, who was in the lead. She gaped at Ning Xiao, who was running beside her. No way, Ning Xiao, what is your speed? You can run that fast carrying someone? Are you a power or an agility type? That she was speechless. She knew Ning Xiao was versatile, but he should be a step behind her when it comes to speed. Now he was passing her like she was standing still. Ning Xiao glanced at her. I'm a control type. Hurry up and don't let it get away. He zoomed past her. Lu Qiqi was stunned. A knife user, claiming to be a control type. How was that going to work? Yeah right, end of chapter. Chapter 37. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The coxcomb snake was fast, but with his 40% speed boost, Ning Xiao was no slouch either. First soul skill, Phantom Tribulation, Stage 3. Ning Xiao's first soul skill was all about speed and a knockout punch. He unleashed it again and again, pushing his speed to the absolute limit, closing the gap with the coxcomb snake fast. My second soul abilities got some serious range, like 300 feet. Right now, I'm about 900 feet away from that snake. Just need to get a little closer, then bam. It'll slow that sucker right down. Thinking it through, a pair of purple, shimmering wings sprouted from Ning Xiao's back. The external spirit bone kicked his speed into overdrive, and those last 600 feet vanished in a flash. Bingo! Ning Xiao grinned. His second soul ring lit up. He raised the chaos sword, channeling his soul power, and unleashed a crescent-shaped blade of pure energy. Bang! It slammed right into the coxcomb snake. Host has used the natal weapon Chaos God Knife to launch the second soul skill, Shocking Half-Moon Tribulation, triggering a critical strike effect, currently causing a stun effect. Target stunned for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Sweet, Ning Xiao thought, flapping its wings like crazy. The cloud bat, boosted by Ning Rongrong, zipped right in front of the now-dazed snake. The coxcomb snake's brain was basically fried. It was moving on pure momentum. Ning Xiao dismissed his martial soul, his hand turning a pale, jade-like color, the Xuantian hand. He grabbed the snake by the tail, swung its long body around in a circle, and slammed it into the ground. Boom. The ground shook. The coxcomb snake was a bloody mess. Ning Xiao landed, letting Ning Rongrong down, and walked over to the snake. He planted his foot on the red growth on top of its head. Feeling the pressure, the coxcomb snake went still, afraid that any sudden movement would get its head crushed. A moment later, Lu Qiqi and the others rushed up. Boss Xiao, that's it. That 1,000-year soul beast was a total pushover. Zhao Yi circled the phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake, clearly impressed. Not the beast, Zhao, Boss Xiao's just that good. Ning Hao chuckled. It was over. Pinned by Ning Xiao, no one thought the snake stood a chance. Everyone was feeling pretty relaxed. Ning Xiao soaked up the praise. He deserved it, after all. Zhu Qing, its weak spot is that bump under my foot. Stick it quick and get the soul ring. Ning Xiao pulled out a dagger and tossed it to Zhu Qing. Zhu Qing caught the dagger, glanced at Ning Xiao, then back at the snake. A 1,000-year soul beast wasn't some joke. A level 30 soul master couldn't take one on solo. She'd been expecting a real fight, but Ning Xiao had wrapped it up before she even got there. Damn, this guy's strong. Zhu Qing raised the dagger, aiming for the tumor on the snake's head. Sensing its impending doom, the coxcomb snake thrashed, but Ning Xiao just put a little more weight on his foot, and the pain made it stop fighting. It gave up, figuring a quick stab was better than this slow torture. Just as Zhu Zhuqing was about to end it, a voice called out. Stop! That it was a raspy shout, laced with soul power. Two figures appeared, walking slowly toward them, an older woman and a girl. The older woman looked to be in her 60s or 70s, with neat white hair and a spry demeanor. She carried a snake-headed staff, and 6 soul rings shimmered around her. A soul emperor. The girl was maybe 16 or 17, with short hair and striking looks. She wore a tight outfit that showed off her figure. Dark brown eyes locked onto the snake under Ning Xiao's foot. She carried a similar staff, but only had 2 soul rings. Ning Xiao frowned. He already knew who these two were. He'd been rushing so Zhu Zhuqing could absorb the soul ring before they showed up, but no such luck. Fang Suo, Su Haikua, Zhao Yi, Lu Qiqi, Duguian, and the others instantly tensed, seeing the old woman's 6 rings. Martial souls activated, ready for a fight. Ning Hao and Yi Lingling, the support types, held back for now. 1 soul emperor wasn't enough to scare them. If these two wanted to steal the spirit ring, they were ready to throw down. The snake woman took one look at them and was caught off guard. This group's no joke. 2 soul sects, 3 soul masters, and that snake girl there. She's barely older than Iran and she's already a soul sect. And who knows what the other 5 can do. She got serious real quick. This many talented youngsters together, they had to have someone powerful backing them. If it was just some random solo soul master, she'd just snatch the ring and be done with it, but she didn't want to risk offending anyone with connections. With Duke Long Meng Shu not around, she couldn't take them all at once. If even one got away, it'd be trouble for her and Dragon Lord. What's your business? Ning Xiao said flatly. Little one, you can't kill that coxcomb snake, the snake woman said, softening her tone, clearly trying to negotiate. Why not? We caught it fair and square, Ning Rongrong shot back, bristling at the idea of someone trying to take what was hers. Because we found it first. We wounded it, but it slipped away. We've been tracking it the whole time. Check its belly, there are 3 wounds from my staff. My granddaughter here inherited my snake staff. She just hit level 30 and needs that ring. We're asking you to do the right thing. The snake woman explained calmly, hoping to avoid a fight. Sorry, but you didn't finish the job. That means you weren't strong enough to claim it. If I hadn't stopped it, it would have gotten away. You wouldn't have stood a chance. Besides, my friend here also just hit level 30 and needs that ring. Ning Xiao's voice was cold. He didn't even bother checking for the wounds. He waved his hand, and Fang Suo and the others moved into position, surrounding the snake woman and Meng Yiran. Meng Yiran looked nervous, huddling closer to her grandmother. She was just a 2-ring soul master, and this was a lot. The snake woman frowned. This kid's got some nerve. She sized up the 5 surrounding her. Dugu Yan and Fang Suo were soul grandmasters. Su Haikua, Zhao Yi, and Lu Qiqi were soul masters. Alone, she'd mop the floor with them, but she had to protect Meng Yiran. Plus, Zhu Zhuqing was at the point where she could get her 3rd spirit ring. She wouldn't be a pushover. And the other 4 hadn't even shown their hand yet. But since they were all sticking together, they were probably pretty capable, especially Ning Xiao, casually standing on the snake, getting everyone to listen to him. He had to be strong. Little one, you're playing a dangerous game. My old man is Meng Shu, Duke Long. You might be too young to know us, but we're known in the Soul Master world as Dragon Lord and Snake Woman. Ring any bells, that the Snake Woman said, trying to intimidate him. She was worried about Meng Yiran getting hurt in a fight. Ning Rongrong's face changed when she heard that. Oh my god. It's Duke Long and Snake Woman. My dad told me about them. They're a famous duo in the Soul Master world. Their martial soul fusion technique is crazy powerful. No one can beat them unless they're a title Douluo. Duke Long and Snake Woman are never apart. If Snake Woman's here, Duke Long can't be far behind. The snake woman looked at Ning Rongrong, surprised that the girl recognized them. this made her feel a little more secure, no one can beat them unless they're a title Douluo, these kids should give them some respect, right? End of this chapter. Chapter 38. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Unrivaled dragon snakes. The name hit everyone hard across the continent. The ranks of title Douluo were pretty thin, but the martial soul fusion skills of this famous couple were a match for even them. That's how you knew they meant business. Meng Yiran, basking in the shock, tilted her head, showing off her smooth neck, a smug look on her face. Oh, are you scared now that you know who my grandparents are? If you're smart, you'll hand over the coxcomb snake. My grandparents might just show you some mercy. Otherwise. Meng said, still all attitude, but the five surrounding them didn't budge. Then Meng Yiran caught a smile on Ning Xiao's face, a mocking kind of smile. Okay, she thought Ning Xiao was good looking, but right now, he was laughing at her, which really ticked her off. What's so funny? Meng Yiran's pretty face iced over. I'm laughing at your ignorance and how clueless you are. Ning Xiao's voice was even, as he angled himself away from Meng Yiran. He just didn't have the patience for arrogant girls. The way Ning Xiao was blowing her off made Meng Yiran feel totally disrespected, at 16, and already at level 30. She'd always been called a genius back home, always the center of attention. When had anyone ever looked down on her like this? You. Meng Yiran pointed at Ning Xiao, steaming. Ning Xiao didn't even glance at her. Turning to Zhu Zhuqing, his voice softened. Zhu Qing, take it. It's yours. Zhu Zhuqing hesitated for a second. The unrivaled dragon snakes were a big deal, a family you didn't mess with lightly, but seeing Ning Xiao's encouraging eyes, Zhu Zhuqing shrugged off her fear. So what if they were the unrivaled dragon snakes? The phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake was hers, thanks to Ning Xiao. Unless he said otherwise, she wasn't backing down. Zhu Zhuqing raised her dagger and aimed for the snake's head. Stop! The snake woman barked, slamming her staff into the ground. An invisible soul force rippled out, throwing Zhu Zhuqing off balance. Heads up, the force of a six-ring soul emperor was too much. Zhu Zhuqing stumbled, and was about to faceplant. Even for a soul master, she couldn't react fast enough. Panic flashed across her face as she threw out her hands, trying to brace herself, but then, Ning Xiao was there, catching her. Zhu Zhuqing landed in his arms, their bodies pressed close, and things got a little squished. The softness and sweet scent hit Ning Xiao hard. Not bad at all. He thought, looking at the beauty he was holding. Zhu Zhuqing's face burned. Being pressed against Ning Xiao like that made her so flustered. Whoa! Ning Rongrong gasped as she saw them, jealousy hitting her hard. Duguyan's face also went cold, but her anger wasn't aimed at her friends. She blamed everything on the snake woman. If she hadn't thrown Zhu Zhuqing off balance, none of this would have happened. Ning Xiao wouldn't have been holding her. Let me go, Zhu Zhuqing said, her voice tight and shaky. Ning Xiao straightened her up, no hesitation. Zhu Zhuqing's face was still flaming red, and she looked away, unable to meet his eyes. Ning Xiao figured she was just shy, and smiled awkwardly. Stepping forward, he faced the snake woman, his expression hardening. Snake lady, what was that about? Ning Xiao demanded. You little punk, got some nerve, don't you? You know who my husband and I are, and you still act this way. Think I can't take you down just because the old man isn't here? The snake woman spat, furious. You kids are good, I'll give you that. Already soul masters and soul sects at your age. But don't think I'm a pushover. You might kill the coxcomb snake, but absorbing the soul ring is another story. If I don't want it to happen, that little girl won't be absorbing anything safely. The snake woman's threat was clear. Dugu Yen and the others might be strong enough to fight a soul emperor together, but they couldn't completely control the snake woman. All she had to do was mess with Zhu Zhuqing while she was absorbing the ring, and it could be fatal. Hearing the snake woman's words, the others seethed. The five soul masters unleashed their combined pressure. Even with the snake woman pushing back, Meng still felt it, cowering behind her grandmother. Ning Xiao, enough talk. Let's take her down, then Zhu Zhuqing can absorb the ring. See how she likes that. Dugu Yan snarled. Dugu Yan had a temper, to begin with, and after years with poison Douluo, she wasn't afraid of getting her hands dirty. The snake woman's move had pushed her too far, especially that stunt where she made Zhu Zhuqing fall into Ning Xiao's arms. Dugu Yan couldn't handle it. She hadn't even hugged Ning Xiao yet, and now some stranger was cutting in line. No way. Second soul skill, Cloud Bat Blade. Dugu Yan unleashed her second skill, and hundreds of batwing blades shot toward the snake lady. Watch it. The snake woman's face tightened. She waved her staff, blasting out soul power and knocking the blades down, but Dugu Yan just smirked. Her second soul ring came from a 700-year-old crystal-winged cloud bat, which gave her an attack skill. But the wings and blades weren't the main thing. If they weren't knocked down, yeah, the sharp edges would do some damage. But if they were blocked, they'd shatter, releasing poisonous gas. Poof, poof, poof star. The snake woman's defenses exploded, and clouds of purple gas swirled around her. Crap, it's poison. Still, put up a shield. The snake woman's face twisted. Snakes were her thing, and she knew her way around poison, but this stuff felt bad. Mangyuran, also a poison user, picked up on it too, and scrambled to protect them. Now, seeing Dugu Yan move, Ning Xiao knew there was no stopping it. He gave the signal, everyone jumped in. It wasn't every day you got a soul emperor to train against. 7 treasures, out of glazed light. 7 treasures are famous. First is power. 7 treasures are famous. Second is speed. 7 treasures are famous. Third is soul. Ning Xiao got to work, and his buffs hit the team. Right away, the snake lady was on the ropes. Then, the snake woman caught sight of Ning Xiao's martial soul, and her eyes widened. The 7 treasure glazed tile pagoda. And then Ning Xiao moved. The snake lady finally understood why this bunch of scary kids were following Ning Xiao. He was surrounded by 3 soul rings, purple and black. He was a total freak. End of this chapter. Chapter 39 Escape. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 39, Escape. Snake Lady was a soul emperor of the 6th ring, which wasn't exactly a low level in the soul master world, but Snake Po was famous among soul masters mostly because of her and her husband Meng Shu's combined martial soul fusion skill, Dragon Snake Assault. Her individual power wasn't especially formidable. Dugu Yan and the others each had a 40% growth rate, plus Dugu Yan's poison was effective against Snake Poison's toxin. Working together, the 5 of them kept Snake Lady on the defensive. When Ning Xiao jumped into the fight, the snake woman couldn't afford any distractions. Hearing Ning Xiao call her grandma, Mangyuran panicked. She lunged forward, soul rings blazing, and thrust her serpent cane at Ning Xiao. The host uses the natal weapon Chaos God Knife to launch different attacks, triggering a critical strike effect, currently causing double damage. With a deafening crash, Mangyuran's cane was sent flying, and she was knocked backwards. Cough, cough. Mangyuran coughed violently, blood trickling from the corner of her mouth. Ning Xiao's attack was no joke. Even an ordinary strike from him would be too much for a level 30 soul master like Mangyuran. One blow, and Mangyuran was wounded. Iran, startled, Snake Lady broke free from Dugu Yan and the others and rushed to protect Mangyuran. This kid is a monster. Those first 3 soul rings are terrifying. This is going to be tough, she thought grimly. Ning Xiao gave Snake Lady no time to regroup, attacking again. 9 treasures, turn out Lioli. With Ning Xiao moving, Ning Rongrong wasn't about to sit idle. The 9 treasure glazed tile pagoda's 3 enhancement effects hit Ning Xiao instantly, making him even more powerful. The host uses the natal weapon Chaos God Knife to launch different attacks, triggering a critical strike effect, which is currently inflicted. The host uses the natal weapon Chaos God Knife to launch the second soul skill Panic Half Moon Tribulation, triggering a critical strike effect, currently causing it. Ning Xiao kept up the pressure, leaving Snake Lady stunned and silent for a brief moment, but under intense constraint. With Ning Xiao in the fray, Snake Lady steadily retreated, having to defend her granddaughter, and had already sustained a number of injuries. Zhu Zhuqing joined the fight as well. Having agreed to join the Liuli team, she considered herself part of the group with Ning Xiao and the others. Naturally, she wouldn't stand by while they fought. 7 attack-type soul masters had Snake Lady on the ropes. Even with her soul power exceeding level 60, Ning Xiao raised his blade to strike at the snake woman. "Don't hurt my grandma," Meng Yiran panicked, leaping in front of Ning Xiao. "Yiran, run. Go find your grandfather." Snake Lady was desperate. She knew how dangerous Ning Xiao was. Her granddaughter was already hurt, and another hit would kill her, but Meng Yiran didn't move. She was going to shield her grandma with her own body. Ning Xiao moved fast, but with the Ziji Demon Eye activated, everything seemed to slow down. He saw Meng Yiran standing before him, frozen in place. His strike would pierce her chest, killing her instantly. "For your filial piety, I'll let you go," he thought. Ning Xiao pulled back the Chaos God knife, but he was moving too fast. Even with all his effort to slow down, he couldn't stop in time. He stopped just inches away from Meng Yiran. He was still holding the knife, his palm extended, and he ended up touching Meng Yiran. Ning Xiao froze, and Meng Yiran stumbled back. "Huh!" Meng Yiran made a strange sound. She thought she was dead, but Ning Xiao had pulled back his blade. Even more surprising, she'd just been groped by a man. Was she angry? Of course, but he had done the right thing. They were enemies, and Ning Xiao had saved her life. But mostly, Meng Yiran felt shy. She was 16 years old, she had never had any intimate contact with a man. Meng Yiran stared at Ning Xiao. He was so handsome. She felt shy all over again. Handsome and powerful, was that not the Prince Charming she had dreamed about? Ning Xiao just stood there, not moving. She had just been touched, and if she suddenly yelled or he started attacking her again, he'd feel kind of bad. He was just too soft-hearted. "Yiran, are you alright?" The others hadn't seen what happened. Snake Lady was happy that Meng Yiran was still alive. "Brother Ning Xiao, not good. The coxcomb snake got away." Ning Rongrong's voice rang out. Everyone stopped fighting and turned to see the coxcomb snake flying away at lightning speed, 3 times faster than when Ning Xiao had hunted it before. It vanished in moments. Ning Xiao's expression changed. The snake had wanted to die when Ning Xiao stepped on it. He had thought it had given up. And he had fallen so hard on it that he thought it had no strength to escape. But somehow, it was faster than ever. Snake Lady and Meng Yiran stood together, supporting each other, both badly hurt. Du Guyan and the others surrounded Ning Xiao. The prey they had fought over was gone. There was no reason to keep fighting. That coxcomb snake had to have used up all its power to reach that speed, Du Guyan said. But it only gets one shot. Once the energy is spent, it'll be completely drained. It won't even be able to move. Snake Lady fixed her gaze on Ning Xiao. Ning Xiao shouted, "Quit staring. Hurry up and chase it." He turned to leave. "Wait." Snake Lady called out. "What now?" Ning Xiao asked coldly. "Young man, I admit you're powerful. If we keep fighting, I won't win. But I just sent a message to my husband, Meng Shu. If I can just hold you up for a bit, he'll be here for sure. You're strong, but you can't beat my old man. Then no one gets that coxcomb snake. So how about this? We agree that whoever catches the coxcomb snake gets the soul ring. Deal? Duke Long. Ning Xiao frowned. At full power, he could take on a soul emperor. With his team, he could fight a soul sage. But he wasn't sure about a contra, especially one like Rongrong Snake with their martial soul fusion skill. Fine. Whoever catches it gets the soul ring, and nobody interferes, he said. Let's go. Ning Xiao waved his hand, and the group took off. Meng Yiran's cheeks were flushed as she watched Ning Xiao leave. After a long moment, she came back to herself. Grandma, aren't we going after it? Meng Yiran asked. Don't worry, Yiran. That soul ring is yours. Grandma hit the coxcomb snake earlier. You can track it. Your grandfather is on his way. With his speed, he'll catch the coxcomb snake before those kids do. Chapter 40. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 40. Oscar was feeling incredibly lucky. He'd just hit level 30 a few days ago and came to the Star Do Forest to find his third soul ring. He figured it would take a while, but almost as soon as they got into the forest, a huge snake charged right at them. Tang San identified it as a coxcomb snake, estimating it was in the 1,300 to 1,800 year range. He thought if Oscar absorbed it, it would give him a speed-related auxiliary skill. They were ready to fight, but the coxcomb snake stumbled to a stop right in front of them, completely spent. It collapsed before they could even make a move. They all stared at each other, speechless. It was like a soul ring delivery service, bringing the gift straight to them. Oscar, quick, finish it off. This Millennium Soul Ring is yours. Its weak point is that red lump on its head. Stab it with your dagger, and the ring will be yours, Tang San urged. Xiao Wu looked at the dying snake, feeling a little sorry for it, but she didn't say anything. Even if she got a soul ring herself, she'd still need to find a quiet place to condense it. But this was the first time she'd seen a soul ring practically delivered. Oscar, snapping out of his shock, grabbed his dagger and plunged it into the tumor on the snake's head. A purple soul ring slowly rose into the air. Just as Oscar was about to sit down and absorb the ring, a voice rang out, making everyone tense up. Hold on, that it was an old woman's voice. Then, three figures slowly came into view: an old man, an old woman, and a young girl. All three wielded weapon souls, the old man carrying a dragon-headed staff, and the old woman and girl both carrying snake-headed staffs. The Shrek students eyed them warily, especially Oscar, who was now on edge. He was about to absorb the ring, and now someone was trying to stop him. When Meng Yiran saw the purple soul ring hovering above the coxcomb snake, she flew into a rage. You killed it? She shouted, pointing her snake staff at the Shrek team. She and her grandmother had painstakingly injured the crested coxcomb snake, only to have it slip away. Later, Ning Xiao and his group stopped them, and Ning Xiao even accidentally bumped her chest. Because of Duke Long's reputation, he'd struck a deal with Ning Xiao. Whoever caught the coxcomb snake first would get its soul ring. Meng Yiran thought her tracking skills, combined with Meng Shu's speed, meant the 1,000-year soul ring was as good as hers, but now, someone else had killed the snake. The rule was that only the one who killed the soul beast could absorb its ring. Meng Yiran hadn't killed the snake, so she couldn't absorb the ring. She was furious. She'd gone through all this trouble, only for someone else to swoop in and steal her prize. I'm going to kill you. Completely losing it, Meng Yiran's soul ring flickered. She raised her snake staff and charged at the Shrek team. Dai Mubai had initially been impressed by Meng Yiran's beauty, but now that she was attacking, he wasn't about to let her cause trouble. Activating his martial soul, his level 37 spirit power gave him a clear advantage. He easily forced her back. Yiran, stop! The snake woman grabbed Meng Yiran, preventing her from attacking again. She stepped forward to face Zhao Wuji. I am old Xiang, and this is my husband, Meng Shu. Thanks to you soul masters, my husband and I earned the title of unrivaled dragon and snake. She glared at Zhao Wuji, 6 soul rings appearing around her as she spoke in an arrogant tone. Zhao Wuji's expression changed, and his own spirit rings appeared. He adopted a more respectful attitude. It's an honor to meet the Dragon Lord and Snake Woman. I am Zhao Wuji. Seeing Zhao Wuji's reaction, Xiao Wu asked Dai Mubai suspiciously, Boss Dai, who are these unrivaled dragon and snake people? She's only a soul emperor, and teacher Zhao is a soul sage. Why is he so afraid of them? Dai Mubai's face was grim. The unrivaled dragon and snake are a famous couple in the soul master world. The snake woman might only be a soul emperor, but Duke Long is a powerful contra, and they even have a soul fusion skill. Xiao Wu didn't quite catch the rest of what Dai Mubai was saying, focusing on the word contra. Her face paled, and she quickly ducked behind Tang San, trying to stay hidden. Hopefully, being just a contra and not a title Douluo, if I stay out of sight, she won't notice me, she thought. Huh. Dai Mubai was surprised by Xiao Wu's reaction. Usually, she wasn't afraid of anything. She even cheekily called Xiao Wou-ki and Flender blind bear and profiteer, respectively, and now she was scared stiff by a contra. She really is just a kid, Dai Mubai thought, before turning his attention back to the situation. Duke Long and the snake woman exchanged pleasantries with Zhao Wuji. Even though Oscar had killed the coxcomb snake, the snake woman and her group had put in a lot of effort, and they weren't willing to just hand it over. They argued back and forth. Finally, Zhao Wuji whispered something in Duke Long's ear, which made the Duke back down. They agreed that if Oscar and Meng Yiran fought, Oscar would only get to absorb the ring if he won. Otherwise, the Dragon Lord and Snake Woman would rather let the ring go to waste. Just as Tang San was about to step in on Oscar's behalf, another unexpected thing happened. Well, this is quite a party. Is everyone here? A mocking voice rang out, followed by 10 figures walking into view. They all looked young, and the guy at the front was particularly striking. Ning Xiao, Meng Yiran murmured. Seeing him, she subconsciously touched the spot on her chest where he'd bumped her. A blush crept up her cheeks. Dai Mubai's face darkened as he spotted Ning Xiao. This was the guy who had almost crushed his confidence and stole his fiancée. Suddenly, Dai Mubai noticed Zhu Zhuqing in the group. He was stunned. He wanted to go over and say hello, but he knew he wasn't strong enough. Boss Dai, don't get discouraged. His way of forcing potential has some early-stage benefits, but the gains will be lesser in the future. His talent isn't as good as yours. He won't increase in power level at the same rate as you do in just 2 years. Tang San said, comforting Dai Mubai when he saw how upset he looked. I'm fine, San, Dai Mubai said, gradually regaining his composure. Zhao Wuji also inwardly groaned when he saw Ning Xiao and his group. Dugu Bo had beat him up a few days ago, and he knew this was a team with serious connections. Besides, they were powerful on their own. Zhao Wuji really didn't want to mess with them. Oh, it's friends from the 7 Treasure Glazed Tiles sect. You're a little late. Someone already beat you to this phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake. Looks like your teammates' soul ring plans are off. The snake woman's tone was friendly, a stark contrast to her previous arrogance. Hearing this, Oscar panicked. From the snake woman's words, he realized this phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake was also connected to the Lioli team. The Dragon Lord and Snake Woman were already making things difficult, and now there was the Lioli Academy with its powerful backing. Oscar knew that getting this soul ring was going to be even tougher than he'd thought. Well, look who's here, friends from the 7 Treasures Glazed Tile School. The old lady was saying earlier that you were also interested in this coxcomb snake. But, alas, friends from Shrek Academy got to it first. I'm afraid you've come all this way for nothing. Duke Long Meng Shu now acted like a kindly old man, acting as if he regretted that the Glazed Glass Academy had lost the soul ring to outsiders. Tang San frowned. The Duke Long and Snake Lady had greeted Ning Xiao and his crew so warmly, but he recognized the implication of killing with a borrowed knife. End of this chapter.